Good evening. Um, Briefly, I want to speak about women's football, and this is in the context of the England's women team retaining the European Championship title, the Euros. Um, so they pretty much retained the Euros from 2021. This year, or was it 2022? I think it was. Yeah, yeah. So they've won back-to-back Euros, 2022 and now in 2025. So the England women's team have had international success, and that goes along with going to the final of the World Cup about 2 years ago now. And so I think the question needs to be asked: do we really care? Are people invested in seeing the women teams, in seeing the female team succeed? Now, I'll be honest, I've never been into women's football. I casually followed it. I knew about the players from early on, like Kate Smith, Rachel Yankee. Who else am I missing? Um, Eni Aluko. Who else? So many. Um, on the American side, Mia Hamm. Uh, there's so many. There's one from Germany. A female footballer from Germany that I remember. Just can't remember her name. Like I do remember when the women's Euros was hosted here in England, and I think England got knocked out in the group stage. Can't remember who won it. It was either Germany or France, but neither here or there. Do we honestly give female football, female football, the same respect as the men's? I doubt it. It's impossible to, because men's football has been established for centuries, whereas, you know, women's football has only just started growing in the last 30 years. So that's what I can say, at least. It doesn't really get the same level of respect. But in regards to the success of the England international team, obviously the women's team have been far more successful, winning back-to-back Euros, going to the World Cup final. Now the England men's team went to the Euro final in 2024, where they lost to Spain. Ironically, the women's team lost to Spain in the World Cup final, but beat them in the Euro final this year. So it seems to be a bit of a rivalry developing between England and Spain on both fronts. But the point is, does the popularity or the growth of women's football feel forced? I don't think so. Look, I think it should be the obligation and due diligence of the people in charge of the marketing of the WSL, the Women's Super League, to market the product, to market their league. It's certainly their due diligence, and whether they get responses or viewership increase, we'll wait and see. I don't think it's force fed. If it's there, it's there. Sometimes you may enjoy it, enjoy hearing from players like Alicia Russo or Ella Toon or the Spanish lady as well. I've forgotten her name. Um, who else? Who else is there? Leon Williamson, um, Ajiman, I've forgotten her name, Chloe Kelly, etc. So, look, you could argue that it's been forced by coming up on your recommended pages on Sky Sports or on Instagram, all the socials, but it's your choice whether you want to view it or not. Now, personally, I don't mind it. In fact, I've actually at times listened to full-scale interviews from the former keeper Mary Earps or I've watched vlogs from Ella Toon at times, so I don't necessarily mind the content of women's football coming to my feed. I don't mind. It doesn't really bother me. So look, it's there for you to view or not, and I'm not gonna be getting all emotional, getting all it's triggered the fact that I'm by the fact that women's football is being recommended to me. I don't I don't mind that. And if anything, I might kind of like it because being an Arsenal fan, seeing the Arsenal women team have won Champions League, I'm going to be a bit more invested now since my club, the Arsenal women's team, seems to be holding standards up there of greatness as opposed to the men's team, thanks to the incompetent board. But that's a whole other story for another day. So personally, like I said before, I don't mind being shown content of women's football. It doesn't bother me at all. And whether they should get the same respect, I would say so. Look, a trophy is a trophy. A tournament is a tournament. Whether you win the final or not, if you win it, doesn't matter if you think that female football, if you think that women's football is inferior to men's football, doesn't matter, because you can make the case that the only reason why you think that is because of the physicality. Because there's a lot of female footballers out there that have skills just as good as the men. You just that the only separation is probably the physicality. That is it. Because obviously men are naturally stronger than women. That's a plain fact. But that doesn't mean that the quality and the product of women's football should be dismissed. It should be dismayed. So, just my opinion. And I hope I got my point across. Just giving my true thoughts on the discussion of whether the popularity of women's football is being force fed. I don't think it isn't personally, but people will disagree. So I have to say, take care. God bless.